Think back to the total free fall of first love, the way every sensory detail, the golden light on the water, the exact rhythm of their laughter, felt permanently etched into your mind. In this state of infatuation, the brain treats these overwhelming feelings as an absolute reality. It stamps the experience as an unshakable truth, convincing you that what you feel right now is how things will always be. But let time drift forward a few years. Look at a concrete piece of evidence from that exact relationship, a photograph of the two of you sitting casually by the Seine River. The hyper-vivid details have softened into gentle watercolors. The intense emotional charge that used to race through your chest is flat. This creates a paradox. If those feelings were the absolute truth back then, why are they gone now? Did the memory simply dissolve, or was the feeling itself an illusion? We have to consider whether our feelings are an objective record of reality or a projection we can't fully trust. John Bowlby's attachment theory describes the biological mechanism responsible for that initial vividness. It's a system designed to keep us tethered to others for our own survival. The attachment system acts as a psychological hype man. It actively forces your brain to highlight and constantly loop these specific memories, keeping the person at the center of your internal world. This highlighting isn't an objective recording. The system takes a standard memory file and floods it with glowing color and intense weight, artificially amplifying the data to ensure you stay bonded. This amplified state tricks the conscious mind. It makes the memory feel eternal, leading you to believe the intensity of the feeling is a permanent feature of the relationship, rather than a temporary biological push. That initial rush wasn't a reflection of historical truth. It was a biological imperative to secure a human bond. When that bond breaks, the brain's filing system undergoes a process called memory reconsolidation. Human memory is not a read-only hard drive. Every time you recall a past event, those neural pathways unlock and float freely. The memory becomes a live, editable document. While the memory is in this fluid state, it is literally dyed and rewritten by your current emotional state. If you are at peace now, the memory absorbs that coolness before locking back into your long-term storage. This is the brain's protective agenda. After a breakup, it uses reconsolidation to intentionally dim the emotional charge, shielding you from the pain of loss by moving the memory to a farther, quieter shore. We only get stuck when we project old, lingering emotions onto the present. By refusing to accept a new reality, we prevent the reconsolidation process from updating the file, keeping the old pain artificially sharp. When the details of a past love fade, it's not a memory failure. It's an active defense mechanism ensuring your emotional survival. Look at this street scene from that same era. Now that the protective dimming has occurred, you can see the mundane details, the vintage cars, the architecture, without the old emotional filter. You're seeing the world as it was, not how you felt about it. This suggests a new way to view our internal world. We can trust our feelings as messengers of our current state, but we should stop treating them as permanent historical records. Think of your mind as an emotional operating system. Feelings are the outputs of whichever program is running, whether that's the survival-based attachment system or your own stable core identity. This is why moving on requires new experiences. When you seek out fresh connections and different environments, you shift your current emotional baseline. Because reconsolidation happens during recall, your brain uses that new, healthier emotional baseline to re-dye the old memories. You are literally using your present happiness to rewrite the weight of the past. Understanding this architecture allows us to stop fighting our fading memories. We can trust the brain's protection, release the old stories, and finally move forward.